What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we took care of all of the various things in Ahimsa Park. The Lost Sector region chests, took care of public events, all sorts of different things we can do to get ourselves strand meditations. And now we are here somewhere a little bit different. This is Living Harbor, and this is also where terminal overload is taking place, at least for today. Now, we're going to start this episode off with a bit of a terminal overload demonstration. This is probably going to end up being a two-parter here in Living Harbor as we take care of these things. But because we have one going on, we might as well join in because you get some really good strand meditations for completing this, although we're not going to be able to get our hands on the full rewards for taking place in this event. You have to get to rank 15 before you're able to do that, unfortunately, which we are not quite there just yet. But the good news is that once we get to that point, we also will be able to select Terminal Overload as an activity straight from the director and just load into a match-made zone rather than anything overly complicated. So the way Terminal Overload works is very simple. You've got 3 different rounds. The first 2 rounds are in 4 waves, the 4th wave being a boss wave. You're going to have different things that you're going to need to complete along the way. Generally, the idea of each wave is the same. The first one is kill Cabal, the second one is capture a plate from the Vex, and the third wave is, defeat a big Minotaur boss that's going to pop up, and the 4th wave is going to be the boss. Now, the boss differs depending on the waves. For the first set of 4, I believe the first boss is a big Colossus. The second one is going to be a tank that we're going to have to take down, but it's a Minotaur both times on the 3rd phase. For stage 3, however, that's where things are going to get a little bit different, and we're going to deal with 2 major bosses that we're going to have to take care of. So let's just keep taking out all of these Harpies, which are luckily, we have a lot of teammates taking a lot of aggro, but once we get to 100%, the next part starts. So we are going to need to try and track down some Minotaurs here. Specifically these guys, who are all trying to punch me right now. So why don't we just give them a taste of our super here really quickly. And so they're going to all drop Arc Craniums. What we need to do with these Arc Craniums is then take out each of these cubes that are up above the splinter in the sky, and doing so will then spawn the boss. And this is where we can also get our super back if we actually use the Arc Craniums a lot on weak points here. So let's do that really quickly. Oh, it looks like our last one may have gotten taken. Nope, there is a bonus one. All right, let's see if we can get super back here just by focusing on the boss. And honestly, best damage option. Just use the Arc Craniums. It's a lot better that way. There we go. We're also getting ourselves some ciphers and whatnot. They're going to be useful for a little bit later, but now begins the last part, and this is the airstrike. So first things first, we need to kill some Scions, and these Scions are kind of all hiding in the back on purpose so that you can't kill them. Let's kill the Scion spotter first, and then we will work on, there we go. We got one more hiding back here. Okay, hello. Let's knock him out, and that should be enough, so now we can actually start damaging the tank. All right, Testuoto Array Bulwark is the tank itself. We're going to get it down to about half health, and once we do that, then more Scion spotters are going to spawn in, and we're going to have to kill them as well. All of this, in case it wasn't incredibly obvious, is within a time limit, so we got to work quick here. Let's get some grenades prepped here. Where are they at? Oh, they're all the way over here for some reason. Was not expecting that. So these Scion spotters, in case it wasn't incredibly obvious, they are constantly trying to send missile strikes at us, which is what makes our lives a lot harder. But it looks like 2 of them were taken out, so I got the 3rd there. I'm going to get close to this thing without dying if I can. Oh my gosh. Come on, come on. Don't be... Okay, he's launching a lot of missiles at me right now. I'm going to swing out of the way here. Start focusing on a weak spot that hasn't gotten a lot of attention. That one is dead. We can... Oh! I did not realize he was launching that missile at me right then and there. Oof. That sucks. It's okay. He's almost dead. Just keep focusing that same weak spot, and once it goes, it's over. All right, stage 2 is done. Like I said, we missed stage 1, but it's essentially the same concept in theory. Let's move on to stage 3. So the counter attack, and oh yes, there is a chest that drops at the end of these 2. We're going to actually want to grab those if we can really quickly. Just some glimmer. But the Neomunian rank is also pretty nice. Okay, before the counter attack starts, there will be a heavy crate that we can pick up. We are going to want this, so let's grab that. And now Let's head on over here. And actually, I probably should have switched to my rocket launcher for this. I love how I got another Mercado with the exact same... I think this is the third time in a row I've gotten the exact same roll in this thing. I should have switched to Crook's Termination, but whatever. What can you do? Okay, we got 2 bosses here. First boss is going to be Sismic, the Net Desecrator. This guy is not too hard to deal with. All we're going to do, and it's mainly because the enemies he spawns aren't all that bad, but what we're going to do is basically buy time for a moment, and eventually, after a few seconds pass, these guys are going to spawn in over here. These phalanxes here, we're going to want to then stand in their shield breaker buff, and once we have done that for a minute, we can then start bearing down on Sismic's shield here and get to work knocking that out. Once it goes down, he's fair game, so just start wailing on him. Super is a great way of busting through that. Unfortunately, the shield itself doesn't really give you a lot of feedback on how you're doing with getting rid of it, but let's start just using our machine gun. As I continue to reload with Demolitionist here. There we go. Over and over. Look at that. We can pretty much fire this thing indefinitely this way. And there goes the first boss. Okay, that's not the hard one. The hard one is what comes after. And this is where things are going to get kind of rough. Okay, so now we have this Minotaur to take care of, and this Minotaur has 3 health phases. Now, actually doing damage to the guy, not the hard part, but you are going to have wyverns to deal with, so keep that in mind. They are going to get really, really annoying. Just try to avoid them at all costs, but we're going to bring this guy's health down, and once it gets down to the first threshold, we're going to have a bunch of oracles spawn. Now, these oracles are babysat by these little detained harpies that like to fly at your face. Just kill them whenever you get close. If you stay far enough away, you don't really have to worry about them, but they can absolutely sneak up on you if you're not paying attention to them. So there goes all of those. Let's take out these guys here really quickly. I'm actually going to use my machine gun here for a moment. And that is enough for the first one to go down. So now we can start doing more damage to him. Oh, wow. We already got him to the next phase. Somebody just nuked him. Okay, I'm not going to complain about that. Let's kill that thing. We got another one over here. I'll just add to the fire, I suppose, as I am the only one doing the objective right now. Oh, we got him. We got him. Okay, we're good. All right, let's get back to work. Oh, he is going to stomp me because he teleported right on top of me. Excuse me, sir. Please don't kill. Please don't kill. There we go. Okay, I cannot reload that right now. Let's fire off a few of those. And let's do that. Okay, he's almost dead. Can we get down there before this wyvern kills me? We got him. Cool. All right. And that is Terminal Overload, everyone. Very simple. Now, we have 2 chests here, one of which we cannot open right now because we do not have a Terminal Overload key. Don't you worry, once we're able to actually unlock these, they are going to start dropping like candy. But for right now, we can only open the first chest, which gives me just some standard legendary loot. The second chest, that is the one that is going to drop Strand Meditations. It is going to drop very unique weapons that are actually completely unique to Terminal Overload, and they're more Neomunian weapons, but they can only be gotten from this activity. You can't get them as world drops throughout Neomuna or anything of the sort. This includes a submachine gun, I believe a shotgun, if I'm not mistaken, and then I think the machine gun as well all come from that activity. Those are going to be pretty hard to find. They're going to take a lot of time to get to, but eventually we should be able to get those. The main reason for doing that activity, in my opinion, is to get your hands on the Strand Meditations, at least until you have the Strand subclass fully unlocked. But I'm going to be doing a lot more of those runs off screen once we get it all done. This is why we are trying to get to rank 15, so we can eventually unlock the ability to get Terminal Overload keys. Now, Overload keys do also drop from that chest that I opened, but only after we've unlocked them. You can also get them from a bounty that Nimbus will be able to give us, again, once we get to rank 15. So, let's, gosh, do I even call it an episode here? No, let's get to work. Let's get some region chests. I think we can start combining things a little bit here in this episode. So what we'll do is we'll get the rest of the region chests here in Ahimsa Park in this episode. We'll start the Lost Sector in the next episode and make our way over to Zephyr Concourse after the fact. Let's see if we can't track down these region chests, though, wherever they are. It's around here somewhere. I don't know if it's like in a super obvious location. This one might be up high, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Okay. So that one, I was correct about that. Let's grab that. Perfect. And now, let's see. We got another one over here. And by the way, Nimbus is just talking about another terminal overload starting. Those are constantly rotating on demand at any time of day. There's a heavy crate over there if you want to grab them. That is totally up to you. I am not going to begrudge anybody that just completely ignores it all the time, because terminal overload does get kind of exhausting after a while, and I don't think anybody wants to play it absolutely all the time, all day long. Okay, have I gone too far? I may have. Oh, that's a little sketchy. Okay, I did not actually make... Oh, can I not get up there? Oh, I may have just gotten myself killed. Yep. All right, hold on a second. It's around here somewhere. It's apparently right above me where I'm at there. So I have the right idea, but I'm going to need probably this. I love how that didn't give me my full grapple back. Oh, it's literally right here. That's hilarious. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. Okay, there's another region chest down, and our last one is actually over by where the lost sector is at. So I'm just going to use my super here to kind of swing to victory, because, you know, having that those multiple uses every single time. Oh, also, there is a whole bunch of cipher qubits that are all over the place from all the Vex that we killed earlier. Are you a big boy? No, you're just a standard quantum wyvern. Okay, there is a wyvern that is actually a high-value target that wanders this area every so often, and that can be pretty nice and worth wasting our time killing. I'm actually going to grab this bounty as I go, because we do need to work on those for one of our quests. Let's see.
Quote-unquote hostile combatants within city limits. In other words, pick a corner, start blasting.
Okay, thank you for the insight and information, random Neomunian character that we have also never met. Oh, don't worry, we will meet that guy later. I am not a fan of him, but you will see why in due time. I am trying to grab all of these collectibles here, in case it wasn't obvious, because they give me strand meditations, being able to get 25 pretty much on demand. Always a nice thing if you can actually land on this. There we go. Okay. Definitely want to grab those whenever we see them. No, I am not going to be going after every single one in the freaking game, but I do want to collect the ones that are available to me. Okay, this isn't a fun spot. Oop. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. That was beautiful. Not that these things are going to kill me or anything. They're just going to kind of block me, but there we go. Getting out is a lot easier than getting in. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Destiny. Thank you all so much for watching. In the next episode, we are going to be heading into one of the coolest, at least aesthetically designed lost sectors in the entire game, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys. We get a little bit of a glimpse of it here, actually. Look, we got arcade machines. Isn't this really awesome? Well, we'll talk about this lost sector more in the next episode, so I'm excited for you guys to see it. But after that, we'll be moving on to the Zephyr Concourse and pretty much taking care of the same things there, and hopefully we'll get all of that exploration done in that episode before we move on to bigger and better things. So with all that said, I will see you all in the next one.